Oh hey, I'm back already. Mostly because I probably, like last year, will stop making videos about 2 weeks into term and then disappear for months at a time. Hooray! But right now I'm here, I have the time to make this, so I am. So first things first, the giveaway for Predator's Gold and Mortal Engines is still running, and it would be great if some more of you could enter because I haven't had that many entries yet, and I brought the books all the way to uni so I could post them to whoever wins. So I'll put a link in the description, but you can probably click on my face at some point to get there. So as I go into my second year at university, I'm very much aware of how much I've changed since this time last year. I've grown in confidence. I mean, I am still an anxious wreck most of the time. I still have panic attacks. I still stop functioning in high stress situations. But working in the library over the summer has definitely helped me to gain confidence in myself and my own abilities and my decision making. And I also think, compared to this time last year when I was terrified and overwhelmed and didn't even know what food to buy in Sainsbury's, like, I've grown so much in the space of a year. I don't feel much older. Like, I look at these freshers and most of them are taller than me and some of them are older than me, and I'm like, why am I the one in charge of telling them how things work? Like, what is this? I am not mature enough for this. But at the same time, I think about who I was a year ago, absolutely terrified about everything, and I'm like, actually no, this works. This works. My plan is for this year to be better, for me to have better health, which hopefully once I get the celiac disease under control will be good. I mean, I had a physio appointment this morning and apparently I'm improving, so that's also good. And if my health is better, then hopefully I will also be mentally more stable because I won't be in pain all the time, and I will have a more logical sleep pattern. We'll see how that one pans out. And I'll be able to work more consistently, which means I'll have more time for fun things. Because I planned to take up sword fighting and I was worried it would be bad for my joints, and the physio was like, no, it should be good. It should be good. So, I may be taking up historical European martial arts. So you may see me with a sword. I've got a few pieces of advice I'd like to give to freshers. The first, if you use the app Yik Yak, you know that it's location based. You will probably find other students on there. I mean, you almost certainly will. And I was on there earlier and there were quite a lot of people saying that they were lonely, that they just wanted to go home. And these are the things that people won't admit to. They won't say it if they're not anonymous. They're too afraid. They think they're the only one not having fun. Reading through that will remind you you are not alone if you're having a hard time when you start with. It took me 6 months to properly settle in last year. I went home for a medical appointment in January last year and I cried the whole train journey back to Cambridge because I did not want to come back. The way I dealt with this was to give myself a reason to stay. So I auditioned for the ballet show, got a part. I was like, okay, I'll just make it as far as Capalia. After Capalia was over, I found something else I wanted to do. I was like, I'll just make it as far as that. By the time all of these things were over, I'd settled in and I'd sort of tricked myself into staying long enough to actually feel like I was at home. Stick it out. Find something you want to do at the end of this term, beginning of next term, and aim for it. Be like, I'll just get as far as that, and then when you're there, reassess, plan something else. Not something work-based. Don't be like, I'll just stay till my exams are over or whatever. No, don't do that, because that will just be depressing. Something fun that you want to do that's at a set point. Stay that long and see how you get on. Talk to your neighbours, which is really scary if you have anxiety like me, but last year I never even learned the name of the girl who lived next door to me. This year I've already spoken to half the people in my corridor, and yes, that's partly because I met some of them last year, but also it's just made it so much nicer already. I've been here like, what, 2 days? And I'm already feeling, you know what, this is more sociable, this is happier, I feel like I've got friends here. So yeah, talk to your neighbours, it makes a big difference. Just take time to chill out. Occasionally just prioritise sleep. You need it. You really, really need it. And buy fairy lights for your room because they make it way more cheerful. I am enjoying my fairy lights right now. A final piece of advice that isn't necessarily for freshers, but it's for anyone who's like having to do food shopping for like the first time. Don't go food shopping when you're hungry because you will buy more than you need. And don't go food shopping when you're anxious or depressed because unless you have celiac disease, you will clear out the entire bakery section. I used to do that quite a lot. Oh, Sainsbury's keeps giving me vouchers like extra next points when you buy bread. And I'm like, screw you. 100 extra points if you buy cake. And I'm like, sell some gluten-free cake then. Sorry. Celiac disease is bugging me. Well, I should get moving because I have a meeting with my director of studies later, you know, the one whose room is literally just across outside my window. she will know if I'm late. So I should get on and maybe edit some of this before then. I will see you around, I guess. I don't know how many videos I'm going to make in the Insider Cam series this year, because I don't feel like there's as much to tell you when it's not new for me. But if you have questions, especially things that I might not have answered last year, leave a message in the comments and I will try and make videos to answer all your questions. Go into the giveaway, link in the description as I mentioned. See you later, bye!